CSGI has participated in 2 clinical trials measuring the impact of our UVC disinfection service on hospital-acquired infections. Both studies were published in the peer-reviewed American Journal of Infection Control. The first study was published in December 2015. The study was conducted in 2 phases. The first phase measured bacterial presence in the patient environment throughout the terminal disinfection process, including a UVC intervention. An EVS terminal clean did not significantly reduce the number of contaminated sites. However, the UVC disinfection following the EVS terminal clean did provide a significant reduction in the number of contaminated sites. The second phase measured HAI outcomes over a 6-month period. The hospital recorded a 34% reduction in the incidence rate of multi-drug-resistant HAIs. The authors also found a correlation between increased coverage of the UVC disinfections and HAI reduction. The authors noted the dedicated service model used for this study removed the common practice of adding UVC management onto the already heavy workload of the EVS staff. This model allowed for increased UVC device utilization and the efficient application of facility-wide treatments. The second clinical trial CSGI participated in was published in November 2018. In addition to clinical outcomes, the study measured cost savings and operational factors like emergency department wait time. The hospital reported a 19% reduction in the HAI incidence rate without negatively impacting hospital operations. Further, the hospital reported a $1.2 million cost savings during the 1-year intervention. The financial results were a tally of all excess patient days attributable to HAIs in the pre-intervention and intervention periods. The cost savings in the intervention was nearly 50%. However, the incidence rate was reduced by 19%. This gap is important for clinicians to understand. In the study's discussion section, the authors state, UVC disproportionately impacted HAIs associated with longer excess length of stay. Figure 2 in the study shows reduced respiratory infections being the primary contributor to the facility-wide HAI reduction. These type of infections are associated with very long excess length of stay. However, these type of infections are not tracked, reported, or actively prevented by most hospitals according to infection control and hospital epidemiology's call to action. As the understanding of how costly these respiratory infections are is developed in literature, there is an increasing focus on reporting and preventing these infections, including from organizations like the Joint Commission. Both of CSGI studies beat the risk reduction achieved by the CDC-funded Better trial. This is because CSGI technicians use a triage protocol. In other words, the light stays on in the highest risk room available anywhere in the hospital, and we use software called CSGI AMP to manage this process. CSGI studies show UVC disinfection improves environmental hygiene in the patient environment. A triage protocol implemented facility-wide is superior to other strategies like isolation only. And last, UVC light disinfection is effective in reducing the types of HAIs associated with particularly long excess length of stay, leading to a program that pays for itself.